So, some people may ask, what do you farmers do during the winter? You know, you're not no crops to contend with or anything like that. Well, there's always something to do during the winter. You know, you may not be as busy, but if you have the farm, you know, I raise steers and the wife has their llamas, so you know you got animals, so they got to be taken care of every day. We don't really have much grain to haul in like some farmers do, so. But there's always things, like I said, we got to deal with our livestock. One of the things you got to do is during the winters, you got to make sure all your water fountains are unfroze. So it's always an important thing. The animals make sure they got water for the winter. So sometimes this water fountain I particularly have, does freeze up. I have put a heating element in it, but well, we've had our first significant snowfall for the year, even though it's about the end of January, but we got about a couple inches this morning. Pulling the boys around on the sled here. So on top of the 3 inches we had yesterday, we had a couple more this morning. So now we're just doing a little bit of digging out. Didn't really have to do, but hey, it's just kind of fun just to kind of play in the snow a little bit. Well, I screwed up. I had this electrical cord going underneath the barn there. It was plugged inside the barn there. Going to this hydrant here with the heat tape on there. And I guess I kind of forgot about it. Dark it, cut the thing. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to fix that. So I'm gonna have to go find another electrical cord to plug in there to where we can heat this hydrant. So yeah, it's supposed to get really cold here next days. I think it's supposed to get down to -2 tomorrow, so definitely gonna need that hydrant tomorrow. So yeah, shoot, kind of forgot about that being there. It had all that snow on it. Put my blade right down there and just started dragging back, and yeah, cut it. So when I hit that electrical cord and cut it, tripped my breaker there, and then it also, I got that plugged into a ground fault plug there, and it tripped that too. So as you can see, you might be wondering, why the heck don't you have your cover on there? Well, we're doing some electrical work in the barn, so that's why we got the cover off. So pretty far off the ground, so it's it's probably at least 9 feet off the ground, so no kids can get in there. So yeah, I really need to get that cover back on. But so yeah, I guess the breakers did their job by cutting the wires there. Oh, so since I'm in this barn, let's put these up here. A couple weeks ago, I got just plywood, and I guess the llamas are interested in being filmed. Just put some clear tarp up there to keep kind of the wind out here, so it's really helped. Before we had it all opened up, and some of those days when it got really, really cold here a couple weeks ago, it's letting a lot of cold air in. But so yeah, you can see, you can just saw that other one just walk out, so they can kind of duck underneath there and get out of there. So yeah, this is putting these up. They've really cut down on the wind and the amount of snow came in here. And then we did install these a couple weeks ago. Nice LED lights. Used to have these incandescent lights, so a lot more brighter in here. So as I was talking earlier, llamas are livestock as well. So nice bedding for them. Only other issue we have. How? Get out of there. The dog's in the llama pen there. And the issue we have, we just have 5-gallon buckets in here and they freeze. So thinking about putting a hydrant in here, probably down at that end. I know they do have heated 5-gallon buckets, but I can't afford those. They're like $30-40 just for those. So hopefully maybe this next summer we might put a hydrant in there. I'm not sure yet. Like I said, there's a water line that runs somewhere through the middle of this barn, but not entirely sure where it is at. And I don't know. It'd be a lot of trenching and a lot of work. So I don't know. We'll see what we can do. They just put a stock tank. We just put a stock tank down in there, just fill it with water, and then put like a heating element in it to keep it from freezing during the winter. So I don't know. We'll see what we can do. Like I said, this is going to be kind of a pain to keep filling these 5-gallon buckets, and every morning you come out here, they're frozen. So but we get by for now. It works. What I'm doing now, we had tearing down some of the old wash line here. This is a wash line right here that fed, that washed this side of the parlor, and then this line here washed that side, and just tore out to the old milk line. Came from the filter sock, went over, pumped it when we were milking it, pumped it up over to this line that was, was hooked to that little member, or that support there. You can see where the duct tape's at. Went across here, went through that hole, and then we had another device here they call it a plate cooler, and they went there, down through this pipe, down through that hole. You can see the hole come out through there, and then when our tank was sitting here, and then it dumped it right into the tank. So, and that is that big line right there. So, why I'm tearing this out is had an individual come to me and saying he needed it for his he has a business and he has a use for it. So getting more use out of this old milking equipment. So yeah, it's gonna look a little different in here. So maybe eventually we'll end up selling all this stuff in here. So as you can see, this their old milking parlor's turning into a storage area. My wife has a bunch of stuff for her llama stuff. Got some more, I don't know what all that stuff's in and all that. That's just the wife's stuff. I'm not sure what's all in there. There's some paperwork and stuff like that. And got old Welsh vats sitting up there. Some old cables sitting up there too. Actually, that cable I had a camera system in my attorney pen, so I tore all that wire down here not too long ago. So yeah, I've thought about just tearing out these old stalls and maybe putting up some shelving in here, but not sure yet. Just another project to put on the list if I want to do it or not. So.